Alright, I'm going to make this one quick and dirty. Hopefully I won't screw up too much. Alright, so first thing first, tools of dopping a opal. Dop stick, I use chopsticks because they're free and they're wood and they have big thick end like so, or the small end, and they're already pretty much to go. So then you've got some shears to cut off your scissors, work just fine, to cut this to length, which is about, I don't know, I use about this much, but you know, I started out too short. Well, and then the dop stick. But I cut them about that high, long. Okay, this is a dopping pot. This is dopping wax inside here. This is heated. This little patio area here is for your opals that will be next in line to be dopped. This is dopping wax. I get this through Amazon. The green. Now, green is not, it doesn't tell you what kind of wax it is because different manufacturers use different colors. But you want a fairly hard one. This I got from eBay. This is green wax, and you just take off a chunk and throw it in there and then let it get hot, or actually it's hot because you get your fingers in it and you'll know it's hot. You can keep this on for just so long, and then you've got to either shut it off and throw out the wax, or what I do is I rejuvenate it with rubbing alcohol, and it seems to thin it out pretty well. Alright, and tweezers. You're going to hold the opal so you don't burn your hands. But so we have dopping pot, dopping wax, opal, patio for the opal, dopping stick, water for your fingers because they're going to get a little warm. Alright, so I already cut one. I cut a dopping stick. Cut one too. Anyways, so we'll stick it into the dopping wax. And what I'm going to do, see, because I make them up pre-made. I figured I'd make one up for y'all for this one. And then I just store them and put them in there. I'll do some, you know, like, I don't know, a dozen, half dozen, whatever I need, whatever I'm going to need. And then what I'll do is I'll pull this up, get your opal in the tweezers, flip it over to the back side, figure out how much you're going to need. For this opal, you want to cover most of the back because that's what it's going to support. What I do is I just kind of scoosh a little in there. Oh, it's not sticking. That means it's not hot enough. So you're going to have to warm it up. And some people use a candle or a Bunsen burner. You don't have to get it very hot at all. A couple of swipes. Do it again. Get the wax. Spread it out a little bit. Oop, 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 oop. Gonna lose it. Alright. Bring it back to center, and you're gonna want the cutting surface to be this part here level. Regardless of what's going on now. You want to get your fingers wet. And you don't want the wax protruding out. You want it underneath the opal in case you're going to be cutting some of it. And you don't want the wax to be cut. You don't want the wax on your wheels or your buffer. So you just kind of form it like that. And if you run out of time, it gets hard on you, you kind of give it a little more fire. Get your fingers wet. Otherwise, if you don't get your fingers wet, that wax will stick to you. And it's really not that bad, but it's just more frustrating than anything else. So, see how it's formed? Kind of long ways, same as opal. Well, that's what you want it to do. Then you want it to cool, and then you're done. That's a dopped opal. Pretty easy stuff. And to pull it off, oh yeah, now that you got it done, once you get it done, once you want it off the dopping stick, is you stick it in the freezer for 20 minutes, and this will pop right off. I'm not sure I want to do this, but we'll see. No, this is stuck. This is done, so I'll have to put this in the refrigerator. Anyways, there you go. Let me know if you have any questions. See ya!